yeah! Man, this handles well.
Don't miss the braking point here.
the active city safe is cutting in to try and remind me that the car in front of me is really close to me. Oh, it's so free on the tail end. Oh yeah, oh, we like this. I know he's there. Go, baby. Oh, it's good. I like it.
Side. Take as much speed out of this left-hand corner as possible for the uphill section. Keep on the left-hand side here. Slow at the entrance, fast at the exit.
She's so free on the tail end. Not completely turned off, but enough to have a lot of fun. Big straight now, here we go. Come on, big engine. If this is Kia's first attempt at a big fast car, you're doing it right.
Four-wheel drive with the Stinger works very neutral. It's not that much understeering. If you want, you can also drift a little bit if the car allows it. But always on the safe side.
Oh, it's so good. It tucks in nicely, very little understeer, four-wheel drive system on this one. And when it tucks in, it lets you drift a little bit out, which is kind of fun. The tyres are getting loose on me now, which is nice. Definitely carry more speed through that corner, dude. Come on! Come on, car! Great noise, boom! It changes gear, I love it, yeah! Okay, so off the track, the Kia Stinger. There's the 3.3 litre, which is mid-60s. You're going to pay for that kind of car, which is beautiful. There is a 2-litre petrol one. We're not going to get that one in Ireland because there's a 2-litre diesel one as well. And the diesel one is surprisingly good. Completely rear-wheel drive, no front-wheel drive version of it, a totally rear-wheel drive version. And is going to be available probably around January time. The 3.3 is going to be available immediately in a V6, which is what I'm driving right now on the open road. It doesn't feel like a Kia. That would be the first thing I'll say to you. It doesn't feel, if you took away the badges and things, you'd kind of struggle to tell what kind of car you're in. But it doesn't mean it's got the fit and finish of something like BMW or Mercedes or Audi. It's still very much in that sort of budget brand. What Kia is kind of after is the 4 Series Coupe, Grand Coupe version. Now, I know a lot of you aficionados out there will go, huh? You're after a 4 Series? That isn't going to happen. And you're right. If someone's going along to a BMW dealership to buy a 4 Series Grand Coupe, they're not going to veer off to a Kia dealership to buy this. That doesn't mean that this car doesn't have a place, though. This car has a very weird place because it's actually a really good thing to drive. It's really interesting. It overtakes well. Listen to that. And you can't debate the noise of that engine. It's just amazing. It needs a few pops and bangs and spits, but for a first attempt, Kia has done an amazing job with the feel and go of this car. And it feels safe, it feels wide, it's plenty of cabin space, even Graeme here is sitting beside me, and there's tons of room. There's no man touching at all in this. There's lots of stuff going on. One of the things I want to draw your attention to is that the rear visibility is so poor in this that they've actually installed a camera that you can use to look behind you while driving, which is kind of weird.
Turn right.
Because you might end up in a situation where you're looking at that thinking that that's a forward-facing camera, not a rear-facing. It's a very strange setup, but it's to do with the rear visibility, which is pretty bad out the back. Spanish junctions are some of the most difficult junctions to work out ever, but they do allow you to do that.
In 200 meters, leave the roundabout at the third exit.
It is a joyous thing when you can put your foot down and just burn petroleum like that in one shot. 360 PS, horsepower, depending on how you're looking at it, is what this car puts out. It says it's over 500 Newton meters of torque. It doesn't really feel like it. It comes in a very, very long surge. We're in a tunnel. That noise is definitely outside as well as inside. The diesel one does have a noise, and it is very, very much inside. It's a thing that's been piped through the speakers. I love it. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. You feel like you're a driving god on the inside, but on the outside you sound like a bag of hammers. So that's normal with a diesel, but this petrol one definitely does sound good. Does need maybe a little bit of tuning like the Alfa Romeo has done to kind of tune it, make it spit and bang and open little flaps and do its stuff, and that's the way it works. This is a great car. It's sort of held back by the brand, which nobody really expected Kia to bring out a thing called a Stinger that was going to be quite so good as it is. And that's kind of the problem. If I was sitting here reviewing a BMW or a Mercedes or an Audi, we would be having a very different conversation about how this car feels and goes. But this car is so much more affordable than anything that comes out of that brand or those brands. If you take a 4 Series Grand Coupe, the Gulf could be 20, 30 grand between this and that. That's kind of hard to quantify. That's hard to look at and go, yeah, well, you know, you should buy a Beamer. Well, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should really actually genuinely have a look at a Kia Stinger, because it's a lot better than I expected it to be, and a lot more capable than I expected it to be. The fit and finish is amazing. The interior quality is brilliant. There's really very little to complain about here, other than my facts on the track. When I was driving along, I found the 4-wheel drive was cutting in a bit often, which stopped me having a little bit more fun than I should have been having. But on the road, you're never going to notice that, because realistically, who wants to do actual drifts on a road? So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you will be able to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, the like button, and maybe you check out the Patreon link as well while you're there. Thank you again for watching, and until the next time, I will see you on the far side.